Hanging around after last orders, still so far from home.
Hello Aries, and welcome to your February 2025 horoscope. I am giving away a free reading to one of you. All you have to do is leave a comment down below with your hopes and dreams for 2025. I look forward to reading all of your comments. Make sure you do that by February 14th. That's when the giveaway is closed. I will announce the winner on an upcoming video, as well as post it on the community tab of my channel page. But let's talk about February, Aries, and specifically, let's talk about February 1st, because that is when we have a beautiful conjunction between Venus, Neptune, and the North Node. This is a conjunction happening in your 12th house. So this is a beautiful spiritual moment for you, Aries. A moment to align with the meaning of this all. A moment to align with something greater than just the mundane existence of day-to-day life. If you want to really harness this energy, I recommend really stepping into the spiritual practices you have. Whether that's meditation, dancing, journaling, whatever that may be for you. And I do think we will feel this energy not just on February 1st, but actually for that entire first week. This is because Neptune and the North Node are exactly conjunct on February 6th. So therefore, from the 1st until the 6th, I think this will definitely be an energy that you will feel front and center. On February 4th, we have Jupiter going direct and Venus entering Aries. Jupiter will go direct in your 3rd house of communication. So if you have been feeling like your words have just not been coming across, Jupiter going direct will definitely help with that. If you are looking for writing, speaking, teaching engagements, Jupiter will make sure that more opportunities like that come your way. And this is a house of our local environment, such as our neighbors and our siblings. So you might find with Jupiter going direct that you're able to connect with those groups a little bit better, or you might even have opportunities coming your way from your local community where you can connect and you can contribute in a more meaningful way. And on this day, Venus will also enter Aries, or your 1st house. This will probably feel very nice for you, Aries. When we have Venus entering our 1st house, we usually feel more beautiful. We think we look more good. We like how we look in the mirror. But also, others can notice it as well. We might come off more charismatic, and we might just capture the attention of others a little bit more easily than previously. Please do note what are the themes that are coming up for you when Venus enters Aries. And the reason I say this is because Venus will go retrograde here in Aries in your 1st house in about a month, at the beginning of March. The themes that you see coming up now will be the same themes that will be up for reconsideration, for reflection in March. So therefore, just be on the lookout, take note of what's coming up during this time. Then Aries, we have February 9th, and on this day we have a trine between Mars and Saturn. Mars has been in your 4th house, Saturn is in your 12th. And with this trine, we see that the frustrations you may have been feeling around your home, around your connection with your family, maybe frustrations with your inner work, are somehow helping you in taking more spiritual steps, becoming more spiritual, becoming more aligned and clear on life beyond just here and now, life beyond this body and this earth. It's really this beautiful idea of our hardships can be there as learning lessons to help us further in our path. On February 12th, we have a full moon in Leo in your 5th house. This full moon squares Uranus in your 2nd house. A full moon represents a culmination or a manifestation of previous actions we have taken. And in your 5th house, you might find that these are actions that have to do with how you've treated your inner child, or the actions that you have taken in regards to activities that bring you pleasure and joy, like your hobbies or spending time with other people. Because of that square with your 2nd house, you might find that these manifestations, these events that are occurring around your around all the activities that bring you pleasure and joy, are also somehow having an impact on your self-esteem and self-confidence, maybe even an impact on your finances. Be very careful. This is Uranus we're talking about. Be very careful about making any rash decisions with your finances, spending out of nowhere. These rash decisions, you might come to regret them later. So just take things slow during this full moon. I will post a dedicated full moon horoscope video closer to February 12th. So if you want to learn more details about this full moon, then make sure you subscribe. Then on February 18th, we have the sun entering Pisces or your 12th house. If you haven't been feeling the spiritual vibes yet, you definitely will with the sun entering your 12th house. And you will find that actually now these spiritual activities, these moments you have to sit in isolation, sit by yourself, spend time with just yourself, are also energizing you. If you find that you're feeling a little bit low energy from this day onwards, it could be because you're not doing enough of that. You're not spending enough time in meditation. You're not spending enough time alone, contemplating the greater things in life, things beyond our body and this earth. Then on February 24th, Mars will go direct in your 4th house. I think you are one of the zodiac signs that is going to be very happy about Mars going direct. It's been retrograde in an angular house for you, so it might have felt very uncomfortable. We talked a little bit about what this Mars retrograde could have felt like, so let's focus a little bit more on what Mars going direct now could feel like. You might feel like your boundaries, you're able to set a lot more clear boundaries with your family. You might feel like there's less frustrations, or if they are there, you can express them in a more assertive, healthy way. You might also find that if there have been any actions you wanted to take with your home, like starting a renovation or doing something around your home, finally those are kicking off. You may have had to cancel them a few times, but now with Mars going direct, you can finally take actions and start them. And also, this is very much a house about our internal work, contemplating on where we come from and the effects, or where we come from and how this has formed us into the individual we are today. So therefore, with Mars going direct in your 4th house, you might find that you're able to take more ownership, more leadership over this part of your life, and you might find it easier to continue with this inner contemplation. We close off the month on February 28th with a new moon in Pisces in your 12th house. This new moon is squaring Jupiter in your 3rd house. And honestly, your 12th house is just jam-packed. We, of course, have the sun and the moon there, but you also have Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node all in your 12th house. This signals a new inspired beginning with your spiritual routine, a new inspired beginning perhaps with your dreams, or this inspiration might come from your dreams. And I would really encourage you around this new moon to spend time alone, because you might find that that inspiration comes when you do that. Because of that square with Jupiter in your 3rd house, be very careful not to overdo the communication. It might be that what you're experiencing right now, or the ideas that you have right now, just cannot be grasped by others yet, or you don't understand them in a way where you can communicate them properly yet. So just be very careful not to overdo the excited sharing with everybody about what's going on, what you're going through. Jupiter in the third house can represent a lot of talking. So just be mindful of that. But again, as I shared with the full moon earlier in the month, I will post a dedicated horoscope video. It will be in a lot more detail, so you can learn way more about what this February 28th moon, a new moon, is all about. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't. All right, Aries, that is your February 2025 horoscope. Thanks for joining me. We saw a couple of major themes for you in February: spirituality, spending time alone, communication, maybe things to do with your neighbors and siblings. And of course, we had your home and also the inner work that you're doing. These are some major themes for you. Don't forget that I'm giving away a free reading. Just leave a comment down below to be entered in the giveaway. Thanks, Aries, and I hope to see you again soon.